Hello everyone, welcome to this new tutorial. So today I'm gonna show you how I did this whole edit. So from scratch I will explain you every single effect I used to make it. So let's start by the beginning. So the beginning, it's to add my audio, and I add some beat, so beat marker, so I can know where the transitions will be. So it's basically just YouTube videos that I liked, like for the song, and that's it. Actually, and then I just add some markers on it. So let's break down. So there's two parts. There's the SFX part here below that I will maybe make another tutorial on it to explain you each effect, etc. So today I will explain you the main edit. So first of all, I'm gonna show you how I did this light transition. So that's pretty simple. So first of all, it's the main clip. Okay, so you add your main clip like here. Then you can of course time remap it. So to time remap it, I'm not gonna explain you everything for every clip, but I will show you, for example, this one. So in this case I had one keyframe at the beginning and what at the end, sorry, and then I just add like graph. So this one is not very visible because the result I wanted, but that's actually it here. But I will show you a different time wrap I made. Then I add here another clip that I just duplicated, then I masked it, so with this mask tool here, and then I add the effect deep glow on it that I animated. So from here it's 0, okay, for the exposure, and then at the end, hop, there's like the exposure to like 1, I think. And something very important here, it's that in the mask, just right here, I have increased the mask feather, so it's not very weird, you know, and so it's very a nice glow, like I don't know how to say it. And here I wanted to make a transition to the right, so I added a null that I parent both of them to the null, and then I just play with the position. So it's for here the null 2, it's for the position. So I add a keyframe at the beginning here, and then here at the end to the right. That's it, with this graph, so a very sharp graph like here. And this one, it's not interesting, don't know why it's there, so I can just basically remove it. And here I have a scale. I played with the scale too, so to here to add a bit of more motion in it. Then I pre-composed everything like here. Then I did the exact same for the other clip here. So you can see here there's just one clip that I will time remap, and then I edit this slide, so I parent it, then I play with the position, so I have like a slight transition between them. Then I pre-compose it. Once I'm done here for this effect, so right here I added a uni heat waves and a transform. So the uni heat waves, it's just to simply add like we don't really see it here unfortunately, but it's like a wave effect. It's not very visible here. And then I added a transform too. So here there's a constant scale, so there's still movement you see like here, and also for the zoom. So here there's a zoom, like speed zoom, so it is the transform here. And here for on the main clip, like pre-composition, I just add a small, here you can see scale, so there's motion on it. Then here on the second clip, there's this nice effect that I added the BTC pencil sketch right here, and I have this nice effect here, like this white black line, I don't know how to say it, like before and after, you see. And I played with the opacity of it, so it disappeared, so it creates this nice effect there. Then just on it I added a small SD solve shake, just to add a little shake. That's super easy, just 0% to 2, and then to the end with this graph, like just here. Yeah. Then let's continue. So with the main effect of it, it's this one. So and just before, let me explain you that I added an adjustment layer with this CC, so that I add above everything all my clips. So it's with the film converting rate effect with ELD4 on 400 for the strength of 45 for the noise, and here like for the contrast, and then for the levels it looks like this here. And I reduce the opacity to 85 so I can see a bit the colors behind. I added sorry, an adjustment layer above both of here. So for the transition here, I wanted to become black, and then yeah, you can see there's a black effect here coming. So it's the S hotspot effect that I added, and so that's super easy. S hotspot and a fast bokeh, it's only like for the to add a little blur on it that I like, and that's it. Then to create this nice, you can see point light like effect, I don't know. So for that, it's basically a solid that I add the effect optical flare, so it looks like that at the end. And for the settings that I used, I clicked on glow here, and then I hide everything instead of the glow, so you can see everything inside, but not the glow 1, glow 2 and glow 3 here. That's it. And I changed the color, and I've reduced the scale too, and then I've played with the brightness. So at the beginning it's like 0, and then it goes to 50, then 170, and then to 0 again. So before I pre-composed it, of course it wasn't pre-composed at the beginning, so I changed here depending of the clips behind, and then I play with the position to add each frame one specific position. So yeah, so it looks cool. And once I was done, I pre-composed it, and I add the effect Gaussian blur on it with a high blurriness, because I didn't like the real point here effect. I want it to be settled, so that's why it's blurry like this. But yeah, so actually that's it for this transition. Let's continue with this nice transition. Super easy, okay, to be honest. So it's basically one main clip here, and then I have, of course, time remap it, so it looks like this for my graph. All my graphs looks like this, so speed, then slow in the middle, and then at the end it's very sharp. That's the, like the main time remap. And then here, don't remember what I did. Yeah, so for the X position, the position, but for the end. So it will be for the next transition here, but I just modify here a bit the Y position, and I added the C-Reptile effect on unfold and the expand up. So to add here, maybe you may ask why the C-Reptile and not motion tile. It's because motion tile use more your PC than just C-Reptile, because you can use one specific direction. So here in my case it's only up, so it will be less hard for your PC to render later. That's why. And then that's actually it. Okay, so it's nothing crazy. Here it was only for the time remap, and of course for this scene too, for this one, of course there was also a time remap. And here, yeah, that's cool, this exact example, but I wanted to be slow at this point, so I added another keyframe in the middle to say to After Effects that I wanted to be slow at this moment in the clip, and then at the end, of course. So for example, my graph, it looks like this. So in so I'm sure that at this moment it will be slow, and that's why. So all the future how can I say it? With all the features, speed, time ramp, yeah, sorry, it will be like this one or the other one. So here just speed, oops, nothing crazy. I added just a super here adjustment layer with a camera lens blur. That's maybe one of the best blur for this kind of edits. So yeah, here it's just a blur at 15 at the beginning, then at the end 0. That's it, to be smoother the transition. Then I added, I think you don't see it, they added like a glows coming here from the right. So that's just, I just duplicate this clip. Okay, so it's exactly the same. Okay, I didn't change anything, but that's the main difference, that I added a mask on it with the pen tool here, like this. So there's two masks, but the first one, it's this one, and I animate the shape, so it starts like there and come until here, and I increase the mask feathers, so the deep glow effect I added on it will be not too sharp and smooth. And I did another mask here because I wanted that the towel offer Eiffel Tower starts to become like a glow, so that I did the exact same. And that's it for the moment. So here I'm explaining how I did all the transition, then I will explain you where I add some overlays, because you will see that overlays, it's a very important part of this style. I will explain you later. So here you can see the transition. It's nothing crazy, only there's a overlay on it. But for here, it's all the time the same process. So here, it was here, like the CC Reptile and the same, okay, because before I had like it goes like to the top, so it comes from below. I don't know what to say, sorry for my English, guys, but I hope you understand. So yeah, and then I duplicate it and I do the exact same effects here for the glow, you know, I masked it and then I add a deep glow. It's the same, nothing crazy. Here too I added like a null here, and then I animated for the future transition, so to the right. So here it's a slide effect, the same as always. Let me see if, yeah, for this transition between here I added like the effect as hotspots here, so it starts being black, and then here to become like normal colors. The way I cut it, it's because it was with the settings of the last frame, it was way too dark for this clip here, so I cut it and I changed the effect so it's not completely black for this one at the beginning. That's it. Let me see, yeah, here for this effect right here I added like a zoom, a fast zoom, just to add a little bit of motion. So that's just an adjustment layer with an S-transform effect and with one frame. So at the beginning it's 100 and then it's 107. That's it, nothing crazy honestly. But I like it because I add something more spicy, you know, to the edit. So yeah. Next, let's continue with this slide effect that I said. Of course, I will show you and explain you all this kind of overlays. It will be later in this effect. You will see it's the little sauce that we added to the edit to make it super cool. Let's continue. It's all the time, guys, it's the same, I'm not gonna lie. So here's the clip, okay. Then I added, of course, a null and that I linked it to null for the slide, so it goes from the left and up to the right, so it's smooth. So on it I added some effects too, so you can see there's some like a ripple effect. It's a uni-heat wave, so you can see maybe there's some like a wave effect on it. It's a heat intensity, you can follow my settings just right here. It looks like that, so it's 100 heat waves, and then at the end it's 0. And also a scale effect, so here you can see nothing, and then boom, it's scale. There's a smooth and basic scale, okay, just to add some motion too. Yeah, here between both, okay, between here there's a camera lens blur on an adjustment layer, so it's smoother. And just on it here I added also an adjustment layer with a transform, and then there's hop, like a zoom, so it will be, oh wait, there's no zoom, but it was normally it was like a zoom like just before, you know, so from like 100, oops, and then you can see here like to like, yeah, it zoomed like very fast, so it's only 1 frame. So actually that's it. Let's continue with this nice effect. So I did a tutorial on my TikTok on it, but what it is, how I did it, let me show you. So first of all, it's just the main clip, okay, so like this main clip, let's go inside it. Don't worry, it's nothing like crazy, okay, just here. So first frame, no, so there's the main clip here that I just play with here, like with the mask, and then I added the grid guide here, and I position, like I changed the position to put it like there. Then I add another clip and put like here, and the last one just right here. So nothing crazy for the moment. And the first 1 frame of each, I added the effect invert here, and that's it. So for this one, it's only the effect invert. So there's like a 1 poof, and 1 flash effect. I mean, on this one, I added like the uni-heat wave effect. And the motion tile, you will understand why later. And I added also an effect like minimax, just to get something blurry. And here the effect glitchify, so you can see there's a glitchify effect. It's to add some motion, more motion for the transition. So here's the glitchify effect. So for the effect it's 48, and if I don't forget, let me show you what I did. So for the color glitch I removed it, and for the compression glitch too, because with it looks like this. And the color glitch is very important to remove, because it's a bit weird with that. So like this it's better, I think. And that's it. So you can see I just put it to 0 at the end, so it looks like this. Poof poof. Okay, so it's only for the timing, and that's it. The null we don't care. Okay, so then I added a motion tile on it, and the S dissolve shakes. That's why there's a motion tile effect, because I wanted to get see like this nice shake effect. So without the motion tile it's not gonna work, it's gonna be weird, and we will see like the black clip here. So that's it. And S dissolve to 20%, that's it. Nothing crazy, nothing different here in all these settings. So I get this effect like here. Then pre-compose it again, and here I added this 2 kind of line here, brown line. So it's a main pre-comp, here it's an adjustment layer, so I will see later on. And then here it's just this shape tool that I put it on fill here and change the position, like the color in the color I wanted. And if you want to change it, because I changed it later on, I add the effect fill, I changed it into brown, and a drop shadow 250 and 121. It's the same for the other one that spawned later, because we see first this one, then this one, and then the last one. So yeah. And here for the adjustment layer, I added a transform effect. Why? Because here you can see here there's a transform, so it is more motion again. With a nice optic compensation effect, so to have like it's curved. You can see here around here there's like a curve, I don't know how to say it, and the nice camera lens blur that I added when there's it spawn, like when a new clip spawn. I had some blur, but very subtle, and that's it. Then I pre-compose it again, and that's completely it. Let's go there. Okay, nice. So that's what we get. And here, that's very important. I did the exact same for the next transition that we will see later on. Let me just quickly see here. What is it? But I think it's done. Yeah. Okay. So then next transition, I wanted to create this nice light effect, boom, that's coming just right there to a street lamp, and then you can see here this transition. So for that, it's the same process as the first transition. I duplicate it, so this one, duplicate it, add a mask around this light, this light. Then I add a deep glow, and for the mask, I increase the feather. Like just right there, 168. That's it. I did a nice S-Hotspots effect, so it goes black, so like this, you can see. That's just an S-Hotspot. Then for the next clip that I just play with it, so it goes to 0 now. For the next clip, it's, let me show you. Yes, sir. So it's just a clip here, so that I timer mapped it. So of course, what I said, I wanted to be slowed there, so I added one at the beginning, what when I want it to be slow, and what at the end. And for the speed, it's all the time the same. So it's very fast at the beginning, then it's slow in the middle, and at the end it's very fast. And that's it. And let me just quickly see here what I did. Yeah, okay, that's it. So what I did here, okay. I duplicated it, and I wanted to become like when the optical, like the flare came like in the street lamp, it goes like very light. So for that, I add an S-Hotspot effect. So let me show you. Boom. So with the S-Hotspot, I could like isolate, you know, this lamp source, and then I added like a deep glow on it, so it goes like a nice glow. We can't really see it there, but I think it's loading, or yeah, okay, it's just here. And then I put the source to screen, so you can see it. Boom, that's it. Then I pre-composed it, and now I played with the flare right there, and that's exactly the same as what we saw later. So with the same settings, nothing crazy. You can just change the color if you want. And yeah, I changed it to scale to 35 because the main source, so like here it's smaller, so that's why I just put it to 35. But the rest it's the same, just Gaussian blur to that I increase it like to 21. Of course, make sure that you can play okay with the settings to fit your clip. Alright, so what I did too is that I animated, so the same at the beginning, the top until here, nothing very crazy, and then oops, I just reduced the brightness to 0, so from 90 to 0, and that's it. Okay, so you can see there's this nice effect here. Shoops, then boom, you see, boom, it starts. Okay, Then I pre-composed everything again, and I edit an effect CC repeat tile, but I think it's gonna be for the end, yeah. So I edit on it the CC repeat tile, that to be on the left, because for the next transition it's gonna be a slide effect. So yeah, so we have this nice transition. So all these kind of particles like right there, it's an overlay that I will show you later, and I will of course showing, like telling you how you can get all these SFX and all these overlays. So next transition, it's mainly like a slide transition. So you see here the C repeat tile, and so with the null, they do exactly the same always. Okay. Next clip, it's this one. This one, it's just the main clip with a null object, and so you can see I moved it, boom, with an CC repeat tile too. Yes, sir. Okay, and I added an BCC cross. So it's this glitch effect. It's very small. We don't really see it, but like here you can see there's this effect here. It's the BCC cross glitch with these settings here. I just changed the, I think like the, I don't know what I changed honestly, but yeah, just look at my settings if you want. And at the beginning it's like 7 until 0. Yeah, until 0. I time remap it, of course, all the time it's time remapped. So with 3 here, it's 3 frames because I want it to be slow in the middle on this part of it. And I added an exposure to effects at the beginning. If I don't, yes sir. So at the beginning it was like minus 3, yeah, minus 3, because I want it to be like dark. So without, it was like this. So I want it to be smoother. So I just decreased the opacity, the exposure at the beginning, and then until 0. And that's literally it. All this stuff, it's for overlays if I don't. Yeah, okay. And then I added BC directional blur, so between, so to get this motion here, just right there. And that's it. Then the next transition, it's this one, poof, to the water. So that's cool because there's new effects. So of course we continue. Wait, let me see something. Yeah, I remember. I forgot. Sorry. That's, I add an adjustment layer on it for this clip here, and I added the BC pencil sketch with these settings, the same as the first transition, if you remember, and with the camera lens blur, so it's smooth like this. You don't really see it, but let me show you if I just remove it. Like for example here, if I remove it, you can see there's a real difference. That's what I added, and I changed the opacity of it. So yeah, next transition, it's, so I was saying that this one. So this one, it's just the main clip, just that I framed, that I time wrapped it, and on it there's a main simple transition here. So it's like 3 frames, yeah, with the minimax effects, 75 to 75, and on vertical. So that's it. Nothing crazy, nothing very hard. Also I added an heat wave effect. So it was 0 at the beginning, but at the end, like it was water, you know, so I wanted to add some motion before the transition. So yeah, I added the uni heat wave effect on it. So yeah, yes sir. Then I added like here a camera lens blur. So at the beginning you can see it's very blurry, and then at the end it's not. And that's it. Actually, yeah, that's it. Let's continue here with this next transition. It's almost the same. So time remap. Okay, so it's the same with the time remap here. And on it I added an S dissolve shake, so just a small shake here at the beginning. You can see here, not really visible like like there, but we feel it, I think, when we watch the edits. And with a CC repeat tile effect, but that it will be for the end here, for the next transition, so that's why. And between it's 3 frames with the minimax the same, just vertical and 75, nothing crazy. Okay, boom, and of course then we can continue with these, so the null and the CC repeat tile to add like a vertical slide. Of course the same, okay, so with a time remap, and on it I added boom 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 here, yeah, the BC directional blur effect, so there's like a nice blur, you can see that without it's very weird, and with a minimax effect, so I get this minimax effect, and the S hotspot, so it goes black, so here black to like the normal color, so yeah, you can see here. Also there's an overlay, so I will of course telling you and showing you the overlay just later on, so we are almost done, so I will explain you all the overlays, and that's it. Next transition. Yes sir, yeah, and also there was a camera lens blur on it here, just to be smooth like here. Then next one, it's just a slide transition 2, and we have here, so the clip with the time remap on it with an S dissolve shake, like a very subtle, so frequency is very low with a percent very low too, so it's all time the same, but there's some movements. And I added on it the CC wide time to backwards, so the backward steps that I animated. So you can see it's 3, so we have this weird effect like this kind of echo effect until 0, and I added on it of course on the previous here to get this CC wide time to 5 in this case, to get this nice blurry echo effect. And yeah, and here I think it's not important, I don't know why I added here, I'm not sure about this one, so yeah, okay, yeah, but it was for the end, but it's not very important in this case. It's just to get like a glow sky, I just duplicate it and edit the S hotspot effect on it, and the deep glow like the previous effect with the street lamp, if you remember, and all this effect there above, it was the effect of this one because I just duplicated, so yeah. Also, yeah, here I added zoom, you can see, boom, it's a zoom all the time, it's the same, a transform with the scale at 0, and then 1 frame after, it's to 110 in this case, and that's it. And that's it, if I don't remember, yeah, and yes, and here, the last, I added a transform, yeah, so here there's a speed, like a just transform, and I added an S-wipe cloud effect here, so you can see it's like a cloud and it's a dissolve, so the S-wipe clouds effect with the wipe percent to 0 at the beginning and until 90, yeah, 80. No, till 100, sorry. And so it goes black, but it's not just a basic fade out, there's something on it. And actually that's it, that's all transitions. So now let's talk about the last part, so it's all the kind of overlays that are added on this edit. There's a few, yeah, there's a lot of overlays, honestly. So here the first overlays I added, it's this kind of, yeah, golden thing here. We don't really see it, but it's very subtle, but it added something cool here. If I remove it, you can see there's a real difference. So it looks like this. So it's a video of bokeh, like here, then edit. And I've played a lot with the opacity of it to not, like, because I want it to be clean and smooth but not too visible, like there too. Okay, so here it's, you can't really see it, but it's visible in the panel results. So that's it for this here. Then for this transition I edit a nice 2. Okay, so it's here, and let me see where I edit. So I think it's the light, yeah, here. So it's in video 2, and there's this part that I liked it, so I just edit just this part, like here, boom, you can see there, and I put it on screen like the golden overlay I added, and I put it on screen too. Let's continue with this nice flare like effect here. It's the same, it's an overlay, and it looks like this, boom. I love it, so I edit here, and then yeah, and that's it. So the opacity it's 100 and on screen. Then boom, this transition here, again it's an overlay. So let me see where it is. I think it's there, yeah. So it looks like this. So that's again a video that I put an effect Triton on it. So the color, it's mainly it's like normally it's like blue that we saw just 2 seconds before, but I added a Triton effect, so it's more like the vibe of the edit. And that's it here. Here there's this nice wind lights effect. I don't know how to explain it. It's this nice and cool overlay, honestly it's so cool. So what I did I added Triton effect, then a screen effect, so I only have the white part of it. If I don't like it, I can just add on normal. Yeah, there's actually nothing on it. Yeah, okay, but yeah, and to the opacity, yeah, that's why the opacity, I played with the opacity. So at the beginning it was like very high, and then it was lower and lower and lower, so until there. That's why it was we saw like through it, sorry. All right, then the next here, it's this overlay here. So let me see if it's this one. No, it's not this one. It was, yeah, this one. So I added a Triton effect on it too, and it's this. It's not this one. Damn, that's crazy. Where is it? I think it's this one maybe. Yeah, okay, it was this one with this line thing. I added also a Triton effect, and then here on this part there's 2 overlays. So the first one, it was this one with this circle effects here. The same, it's a Triton effect, and we can't really see it, but yeah, here you can see there is the overlay, and then on it I added this bokeh effect. It was the same overlay as the first, so like this here, and boom, yeah, we can see here the circle effect. Then I think there was nothing here, if I'm not wrong. Okay, boom, then here nothing too. Yeah, it was just the Minimax effect, but there was like a nice overlay just right there. It was this overlay here that I rotate to -88, so it goes vertically and not horizontally. And then I put it on screen. And so I have this nice zoom you can see here, and I played with the opacity, so it goes to 100 and then to 0. And yes sir, and I think we are almost done. So here is this kind of bokeh, I don't know how to say it, but it goes from the golden here, it goes from this very long overlay here, boom, and then that's it. Then I think we are done. So yeah, I think we are ready, and that's it. That's the end of the tutorial. I hope you have learned something new. I wanted to apologize for my English. It's not perfect and I'm sorry for that. And also just another cool effect that's here for this underwater scene. I wanted that this song changed and to be like muffled. So for that I just cut the parts and I added the bass treble, and a reverb effect. It's with the same settings like this, 100 minus and like this. And just to get this muffle effect, I don't know if we can really hear it, but that was the goal. And for the end to use the bass treble and with the high-low path, so the audio it's a bit different. That's it. So I hope you have learned something new. In the next tutorial I will explain you how I did all these sound effects. If you want to find all these overlays, etc., and the project file, everything is in the description. For the project file, it's a drive link if I'm not wrong. And for all the overlays, it's in my Discord server, just right here. So you can join the Discord server, and in the effects and overlays, just right there. And in overlays, there are some cool overlays that I used. And there is this massive pack just right there with all the overlay I used and much more. But it's from D2, so it's not mine, but I give you here. And if you don't want to download the big pack, there's some effect here if you want to. And for the sound effects, so all for the sound effects, it's the same here in SFX. Then there are a lot of sound effects just right there, but there's this nice here pack for the SFX. That's it guys, so thanks for watching. I hope you have learned something. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments, and see you next time. Bye bye.